Let's talk about this EdTech AI driven tutoring platform that offers coding and data science courses, making $108,000 a year, listed on acquire.com for an asking price of $350,000. Now, real quick, here's the plug before we jump into it. If you're interested in acquiring online businesses like I am here, I'm actively looking to acquire established and profitable online businesses. You're going to want to check out the Acumen Wire. That's a newsletter I put together where I send out listings that catch my attention. And those are commonly businesses that are established and profitable, fully remote online businesses, and are likely to stand the test of time going forward and are generally SBA eligible. So yeah, if you're interested in acquiring an established and profitable online business, head on over to the acumenwire.com. Fill out your email here, confirm your subscription, and boom, you'll get my listings or my group of listings that I send out maybe once or twice a week, 3 to 5 at a time. Okay, now let's get back to it here. This EdTech AI driven tutoring platform that offers coding and data science courses. When I first read that, I was really kind of intrigued because of the market and kind of the buzz around the market. There's a lot of buzz around AI right now, and there's also a lot of buzz around data science courses and learning coding and those types of things. And there's some very big businesses that have been built in those industries, and they can be operational using AI technology. AI just kind of lends itself by nature to coding, right? It's not like coming up with something creative or that's based on our human instincts. It's a literal if this then that type of environment, which AI can function very well in. So that's good. This business profits $108,000 a year. It's available at an asking price of 350 grand. That is a little over a 3x multiple, probably about a 3.3 or 3.4x multiple on it. That's a fair multiple for something in this space. So let's dive into this a little bit further. And there was kind of one red flag that jumped out at me. So I'll call that out when we get to it. We are an edtech platform providing tutoring products and free learning content in the technology and AI space for students and developers. We have the following products. Number one, we offer live one-to-one tutoring sessions and assignment help in subjects like C++, Java, Python, and data science, primarily serving students from the USA, Canada, and the UK. Okay, so that was really a red flag to me, right off the bat when I read that. Why? Because, I'm hearing EdTech AI driven tutoring platform. So I'm thinking like courses that are created and managed or critiqued or facilitated through AI, but the actual product here is one-to-one tutoring sessions. And that is a far cry. That is a big stretch from EdTech and AI driven if the primary product, which they're listing as number one, is a tutoring session, which is one-to-one, and that is, ultimately very poorly scalable. That is like the worst. For one-to-one, anything is very low in scalability, right? It's not even a group, or it's one to many. It's not even peer assist, where it's customer to customer essentially assisting each other. It's not virtual where it's one to infinity. Tutoring is literally one to one. And I kind of find this to be a major red flag under a business that's listed as edtech and AI driven. So that's one thing that you always need to look out for is what does the business actually do to make money? And in this case, I feel like it is slightly misrepresented here. And mind you, I gotta give the disclaimer that I don't know exactly what the business does. I'm kind of just going based on the description, but from the details provided, it seems like this business is not edtech and AI driven. Rather, it is a fundamental tutoring business, one-to-one. Let's read some other details on it here and see what else we can learn from this business listing. They have 6 million annual organic traffic on coding and AI related content, which becomes lead generation for tutoring and is monetized through programmatic ads plus a newsletter with 55,000 subscribers currently unmonetized. Okay, so when I read this, 6 million annual organic traffic is a lot. I mean, if we divide that by 12, that's basically 500,000 unique visitors a month. That is a lot of traffic to work with. Now, in my mind, when I'm hearing 500K organic traffic, I'm mathing that out to be worth more than, a lot more than 119,000 in revenue, right? So the revenue to me really seems very low relative to the organic traffic. Like they're, doing a very poor job of monetizing it and converting it to the tutoring sessions. And that has further resonated with a newsletter of 55,000 subscribers that is currently unmonetized. So they've got a lot of traffic here that is unmonetized, which, that has some value to it. I don't know if that has 3x value, but certainly an opportunity here with this organic traffic. Maybe that that organic traffic could be further monetized into tutoring sessions. Maybe there could be assistant or not assistant tutors, but alternative tutors, right? Like you hire a tutor to handle your clients type of thing. Maybe that's an opportunity, but something just seems off about the amount of revenue that this business is doing relative to its organic traffic. And let me clarify, I don't mean off like something is wrong, but it's just under monetized. And I think that is really the big opportunity in this listing here, because the one-to-one tutoring sessions, yeah, it might be making $108,000 a year, but that is clearly not the highest and best use of the traffic and the audience that they have. And that is certainly, as I've already stressed, not representative of this headline that they've got here. Unless I'm entirely missing something, but I can't see what that could be, considering they list one-to-one tutoring sessions as the number one product that they have. And then finally, AI-powered self-learning tools like Code Generator, Debugger, and Converter in courses enable personalized learning, just launched and barely monetized. Okay, so possibly this is the opportunity here, but I ultimately do not see these three products that they have, essentially things that are generating the money, which is one-to-one tutoring, ads to organic traffic, and self-learning tools. I don't see that as adding up to this 3x plus valuation on it. It's got some value, but in my mind, that's not mathing up. All right, and then we got some other details: PHP, WordPress, blah blah blah. Growth, yeah, I mean, I don't think any of that stuff is really too important. I have run the platform as a solopreneur with paid marketing or sales effort. All revenue is purely organic. Therefore, an operator with a sales and marketing background should be able to scale the tutoring and AI products 100x. All you got to do is pay $350,000 for the opportunity to take a crack at scaling at 100x. Reason for selling: I'm not the right person to scale this business. It requires a founder with a sales and marketing mindset or an existing strategic buyer who already has a marketing machinery to scale the suite of products that I've built. Yeah. So I see what the seller's saying, and I do kind of agree with it, that he is not the person to scale and monetize this operation. And that is highly reflected here by point 2 in their 6 million annual organic traffic. At the same time, as a buyer, I don't want to come into this and pay what is essentially a full or fair asking price. Maybe fair is not the best word to describe here, but a full asking price. I think a fair asking price would be much lower than 3.2 times profit, maybe 2x profit on this. Ultimately, to really realize the value of this as the seller, this business has to be made more profitable on channels other than a tutoring business, because as a tutoring business, this is really only worth 1 to 2 times profit. Now, how could this deal be structured? Gosh, I mean, possibly, this would take a lot of conviction from the seller in the buyer's, in the buyer's interest ultimately, but some type of deal where, hey, we partner up. And if I can take this business as the buyer, right, maybe put a little skin in the game, let's just say $10,000 to get some equity or the chance to earn some type of equity, then this would be a good deal. And I'm really not talking clearly on this here. So let's just say I'm going to come along and buy this. My hypothetical offer might be, I'm going to offer you, buyer, $10,000, okay? And then I'm going to come in here, and any additional revenue that we get, is going to be split, say 50-50. And then when we sell it, any amount beyond this asking price, I'm going to take 90% of that, right? So let's just say we're going to partner up. I'm going to, invest $10,000 basically as a gesture of good faith for the opportunity. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do my thing and try to crank up revenue. I keep the bulk of the revenue. And then in the future, when we sell it, we'll have a timeline on selling it. Whatever we sell it for at that time, I capture, most of the gain there, and the current seller gets a little bit of the gain. Some type of deal like that, I think, would work here. That said, there are 72 buyers in active conversations. I probably would not, make that my swing on this business. Right now, this business is probably getting a lot of chat, but I think it's going to be hard pressed to see something materialize at this valuation. That said, I also, with this much activity right off the get go, I don't know if my swing of, hey, I'm going to invest a little bit and take a big crack at this in marketing, and you can capture some of that upside to seller type of offer would really be entertained. Now, if this listing sits around for 3 to 4 months here, then it might be better to swing it. But I just ran across this one recently. So it was recently listed for sale in the last week or two here. And I don't think that would be the right time to make that kind of offer. Anyhow, that's my take on this business. And what we can ultimately take away here is always make sure you understand what the business does to earn money, as opposed to just relying on the buzzwords that are often stuck in the business listing. What's your take? Let me know in the comments below. And also, guys, if you feel like there's anything I missed out on in this business listing, let me know in the comments below. And before I sign off, if you want more business listings like these, online businesses listed for sale that seem like good opportunities, be sure to check out acumenwire.com, where you can subscribe to my newsletter where I send out deals like this, oftentimes much more established businesses than the ones we just looked at. Send them out once or twice a week. Put in your email address here, confirm your subscription, boom, you'll be on the list. I send them out. That's a wrap on this video, guys. Hope you found it helpful and insightful. I'm signing off.